Hello again everyone, Age of June here, and we are back casting another League of Legends game. This game is mostly diamonds and platinums from last season. This season, I would imagine they are quite higher than that. I decided to cast this game because it does have Ziggs, who is somebody I don't see very much. I also don't see much of Skarner. So, it's actually got quite a few characters that I don't often see anymore. And it was actually pretty early on, so I decided I wanted to go ahead and look at this one. We did see that there was First Blood and possibly more than that on this one. So, unfortunately, we came into a little bit of a spoiler, but that is fairly normal. Ooh, Nasus came in for the gank. That's what happened here. There is the Veigar stun. They're going in on the Ziggs. The First Blood comes out from the Ziggs, though, and then Nasus takes him down. So it does end up being a decent thing for the blue team, but honestly with First Blood it does end up putting it a little bit ahead for the purple team, I believe, because that is 400 gold there, 300, and then I think the assist gets a third or something, so it ends up being tied, I guess. But so it could be good. We'll have to see how it ends up turning out. The only thing is that the kill for the blue team actually went to Nasus as opposed to Veigar. So the mids are going to be somewhat unbalanced now, as Ziggs just got 400 gold, but Veigar got 100. So that definitely puts Veigar pretty far behind. Skarner is coming in from behind for a gank on the blue team. Unpleasant surprise for them. There's an attempted grab from Blitzcrank. It did not end up happening. The Skarner is using his red buff to slow them down, but unfortunately not much happens. Had Blitzcrank not missed his grab there, I'm not sure what he did end up grabbing, but he grabbed something, and had he not missed that grab, it actually might have turned out a little bit better, but unfortunately for him, it did not. So Skarner is in this bush again. He's going back in on him again. The Blitzcrank is coming out. He does miss his pull yet again, but he does pop this Elise up, and Elise does end up going down. So not bad at all. Veigar and Ziggs are both kind of messing around up here a little bit. Both taking a little damage between the two of them. Being very mean. I don't think anything died up top right now. Neither one of them died. They both went back at the same time though. So alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the units here now that we have a bit of a calm section. We've got Nasus played by Alpha Lock on the blue team top versus Jayce played by Azurlite. Oh, sorry, Nasus is jungle. Kha'Zix is top, played by Strength of Eart. Not Strength of Earth, but Strength of Eart. Alright, so mid lane we've got Veigar, played by Reap Shiroi Shi, versus Ziggs, which is KAlecks. Alrighty. Down bottom, the AD carry, we've got Varus, played by Permutation, versus Caitly, played by Bogus Dreams. The supports, Elise, played by JesusKick, versus Blitzcrank, who is GREYSIDEGANG! All caps lock. And then finally, we've got the jungles here. Nasus, who I already mentioned, and is coming in for another gank. He's going to go ahead and tank this tower. He does end up taking that down. There goes another kill to the Nasus. But this one, the Veigar did not die beforehand, so he's going to be able to get some farm and get a little bit ahead. Finally, for the purple team, we've got the Skarner jungle played by SenpaiNoticedMe, which is nice. I don't know who Senpai is, but whoever it is noticed him. So good job. Looks like Jayce is kind of coming out a little bit ahead in the engagements at the moment. The Kha'Zix here is actually pretty far behind in health compared to Jayce. But we'll have to see what happens. I know Kha'Zix is really nasty late game. He can just completely destroy anybody. He can just jump in and take down an AD carry fast. So if he doesn't get shut down, bad things happen. But Nasus is coming in for a gank. He does go ahead and use his Ghost, and I believe he's going to go ahead and use his Slow there. Yes, there it is. There's the flash, though, from Jayce. So he does end up getting out of this. And actually doing a decent amount of damage to Kha'Zix there in the process. But he was forced back. He did have to use his flash. It is on cooldown, as is his Ignite, which was apparently used a while back. But, unfortunately, Nasus's ghost was also used. So there's another ping here. Looks like Nasus is probably going to go ahead and give blue buff to Veigar, which is always nice. Does not appear that Skarner is willing to give blue buff to Ziggs. There's another ping from Nasus saying, come get your blue. Veigar was not actually, I don't know if he wasn't paying attention or he wanted to get that last little bit of farm or what, but now he gets blue. There we go. There's his blue buff. Skarner's coming in for another gank down bottom though. In he comes. They are falling back. He wasn't picked up by a ward, but somehow they knew. So he does go ahead and ulti that Varus. The Varus does flash out. There goes a kill there. In comes the Ziggs ulti to take down the Varus, which got an assist for 3 members of the purple team. Elise tried to save him, but it did not end up happening, and Ziggs actually got that kill. So let's go back in time a little bit. Oh, we just saw that too. Alright, so Jayce apparently killed Kha'Zix from the looks of it. He just went in hard, and yeah, Kha'Zix had no chance at all. The Nasus was coming in, which is why he actually extended as far as he did. But unfortunately for him, Nasus was not actually able to do what he would hope. Oh, there is the punt back from the Jayce. He's still trying to escape here. We'll take a look down there in a moment. Unfortunately, he just got stuck there. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he lagged out for a second or what, but unfortunately for him, he did not end up being able to do anything. Now, we can go back to these guys. There is that ulti down there. So, he came back in here. He does end up inside of this. He doesn't get stunned, but he does go down to the attacks from that Veigar. But, in comes the Skarner and is able to just one-shot that Veigar because he was so low. Not really surprising. Jayce actually definitely does escape, though. So yeah, good play by Jayce. He does end up taking down the Kha'Zix without dying to the enemy jungler himself. So not bad at all. Down bottom, Caitly and Blitzcrank are doing a little damage to this tower. They're not going to be able to take it down yet. And they probably don't actually want to. By this time in the game, you usually don't want to take it down quite yet because that allows your enemy to just go ahead and lock the lane here. But Elise is going to go ahead and look like she's going back. Apparently she's not actually going to go back. Nasus is back in his jungle. Skarner's back in his jungle. Kha'Zix is back top. Jayce is going back as well. He didn't get a huge... Well, actually, no, he does have a pretty good lead in CS there. He actually is quite far ahead. Nasus, it appears... I don't know what that ping was. I thought he was going to go ahead and give it to Varus, but it looks like not. I don't know what the ping was. I don't know if... It might have been actually the purple team, but I really am not sure. So, alright, yet again, Kha'Zix is actually taking quite a bit more damage than Jayce here. Jayce is apparently pretty good. He is doing quite a bit to this Kha'Zix. Shutting him down pretty hard. Mid lane, Veigar and Ziggs here, just doing a little harass between the two of them. Ziggs actually just landed a hit on the Veigar there. I'm not sure why there was a MIA ping up here, because Kha'Zix is here, but I guess at the time he wasn't seen, so it is always good to warn your allies before it's too late. So I guess that's probably what was going on there. There's another ping there, probably saying, hey, Skarner's coming in, so the blue team is going to go ahead and fall back. Nasus is actually setting up for a counter gank, though. So in comes the purple team. They are going to go ahead and possibly turret dive. They do turret dive. Nasus comes in. There is the Varus ulti. It does end up landing on the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank's getting really low here. He is going to go down. The Skarner's slightly out of position here. I don't think he's going to go down there. He is going to escape this with no problem. Does get hit by the Elise stun there. But, oh, Nasus is going to go ahead and tower dive for this. So they're still going in on this Varus. Varus tried... Oh, not Varus. Skarner. Skarner tried to ulti to save himself, but it didn't end up happening. And now they're going to go ahead and grab this Caitly. The support's actually going to get it. There we go. Okay. It does end up going down. Ziggs tried to use his ulti to take them down, but it did not end up happening. And Varus actually just went for an execution there, and he did end up managing it. So there is no kill for the purple team from that at all. But the blue team got, I believe, 3. Yeah, they got Blitzcrank, Caitly, and Skarner. So not bad at all. The Kha'Zix is having to go back. I almost called him Varus. I mess up on names a lot, guys. I'm sorry about that. For some reason, names are just not my thing at all. If I say a name, a lot of times it's going to be the wrong one. I'm sorry about that. It's just something that I do. I don't know why. But anyway, There is a ward there. It's a good place to ward as a mid. Does allow you to know if the enemy jungler is coming. It gets a little bit of vision here, and obviously it gets a decent amount of vision here as well. So he'll know if Nasus does decide to come in for another gank. There is the MIA ping from Jayce saying, hey, I don't know where Kha'Zix is, although now he does. Blitzcrank, it appears, is actually coming up here to gank. He's going to get picked up by this ward, though. So Veigar's going to know to be careful. And he's actually picked up by this ward as well. So he's going to walk dejectedly back down to his lane. Poor Blitzcrank. You tried. There are no wards here on Baron, which is pretty interesting. Oh, Dragon, sorry. Which is pretty interesting to me. Usually you're going to see wards. Oh, nice jump there. Ziggs actually used his ability to get him outside of his cage. Oh, Skarner came in for the gank. He does end up slowing down that. He pulls the Veigar back, and the kill actually goes to Ziggs with the help of Blitzcrank as well. Now the Nasus is trying his best to get out. There is the Ziggs ulti, and he gets the double kill. And there is a ping on Dragon. Says to watch out because the bot lane is still there, but honestly, they are probably going to be able to get this for free. There are no wards here. The blue team doesn't even know about it, but Elise is coming out. She does put a ward here, but I don't think it actually picks up. Let me see. Blue team, no. She does no idea. Oh. Okay, so yeah, that ward is not actually picking this up, so that she has no idea they just did Dragon. And now blue's going to Ziggs. Not bad. So Caitly was able to keep them occupied just by sitting around here and continuing to CS. There's a whole bunch of pings here on Dragon now saying, hey, let's go do it. A little too late for that, Nasus. Sorry, buddy. He's going to find out very soon, though. He's coming in for the Dragon now. He's all set on getting it. Poor Nasus. Surprise. Time to fall back. Alright, so Kha'Zix had to go back yet again. This Jayce is really kicking his butt. Kha'Zix is level 8 versus Jayce, who's level 10. He's 2 levels behind, and he's just not able to do nearly as much as he would wish. He's 30 CS behind as well. So Jayce is just utterly dominating him at the moment. It's keeping him really low, and that's really good for the purple team. There is the kill on that turret. The Veigar's coming up for a gank, but didn't end up happening. It was a good land on the pull there from the Blitzcrank. It didn't end up taking them down, unfortunately. Whole bunch more pings. The Skarner is here, and they know it. They did actually pink ward this bush, so they can get rid of that ward. And he's still coming around. Oh, he's picked up by that ward as well. He's going to go ahead and take it down. This pink ward is there. There is another ward going down there. They really do not want this Skarner to be able to come in for a gank. Ziggs was coming down a little bit, but it looks like he decided against it. They are going to go ahead and take this tower down as well, though. So there is more global gold for the purple team. And Varus actually goes ahead and hits that double golems once and then falls back. With 3 people down here, I don't really blame him. Now Nasus is coming down to help if need be. He's actually going to go ahead and go in on his red buff. Skarner is actually just on the other side of this wall, so he's going to go ahead and go in on this Veigar would be my guess. He is. He does flash ulti him. There we go. But the Veigar is actually able to flash out, and now Nasus is going in on both Caitly and Blitzcrank. He's now trying to get out of this because he was taking a lot more damage than he would hope. Veigar is going in on the Skarner. Skarner does go down to the Varus, though. He was way overextended there. When 4 of your enemy team is there, you really don't want to be in the middle of it going in on the AP carry, who can burst you pretty low, as we saw there. I think he thought he could take him down, but unfortunately for him, he was mistaken. So, down bot, Caitly and Blitzcrank are going back to farming. Ziggs is going to go ahead and buy things, and Jayce is coming back so he can go ahead and farm some more too, and probably push Kha'Zix off the lane. Because that's how it's been. He's still 2 levels above. He is now 11 versus level 9, and Kha'Zix is just playing super cautious, does not want to get destroyed by this Jayce. Yeah, that gate plus pew pew combo just really does a lot of damage. Oh, now I can't see it. Yeah. And the Jayce is far enough ahead now that the Kha'Zix really can't do anything to him. When team fights start, he's still won't be completely useless. I mean, he is pretty far behind in CS. Actually, he's really far behind in CS, but he still should be able to do decent damage to, say, Caitly. Come in, get a good gank off, and he can just jump to her and take her down. I'm not sure if he'll be able to burst her down as much as he would like, but... Oh, good attempt there, Jayce. But he'll still be able to do a decent amount. He is now, it looks like, freezing this lane. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and freeze it here. The Jayce is not around, though, so Jayce is actually roaming for free. There is the ulti there from the Ziggs. Does do a decent amount of damage there to Varus and Elise. Elise did tank that shot for Varus, which is nice. But now in comes the Nasus and the Veigar. Veigar is now going in on the Skarner. There's another turret destroyed. Mid lane just went down. There is the pull on Nasus. Nasus is getting really low. Is he going to be able to take this guy down? Yes, he does take him down. He's going to go down to Caitly in the meantime. But he was able to take down Blitzcrank beforehand. So, it ended up being a 1-for-1. Support for jungle, not terrible. I don't believe Blitzcrank had died. He had died once before. But he might have been still worth a decent amount. Veigar is now coming in. He does land his stun there on the Caitly and just bursts her down like crazy. Skarner uses ulti there on the Veigar. In comes the Elise. Is going to go ahead and land her stun on the Skarner. And Skarner does go down to the Elise. With an assist for Veigar. Nothing for poor Varus, though. Varus was too far back. Kha'Zix is still just playing super cautious versus this Jayce. Jayce is just CSing like mad. And Kha'Zix is just being very cautious. I don't blame him at all. He has been destroyed so much. He's got to be careful. Veigar is actually kind of living life on the edge. The Ziggs can do a decent amount of damage to him, so he's got to be fairly careful. But he is CSing with no problem, so he is going to go ahead and fall back. He does have red buff from that little engagement down bottom, which is great for him. And now Ziggs went ahead and got Race. Always a good idea. He knows his jungler isn't there and won't be there before it's time for him, before they respawn. So why not go ahead and take it, right? And that's exactly what he did. So Blitzcrank is actually going to re-pink ward this and go ahead and take down the blue team's pink ward again. Elise, does Elise have a pink ward? She does have a pink ward. So is she going to come off and pink ward here, or is she going to come over here? My guess is she pink ward. Oh wait, no, this is still hers. No, this is theirs. Okay, good. She's going to go ahead and put a green there. She does see the Blitzcrank there. Nasus is there to back her up, though, and Varus is coming. She's going in on the Blitzcrank, doing a little bit of damage to him there, but she's really not able to do too much. She does go ahead and pink ward this, so now she's going to take that down? No, apparently not. But in comes the Skarner, yes. Blitzcrank is getting really low. It looks like he is going to go down to this Varus. If Varus can get one more shot off, can he do it? One more shot, come on. Nope. It looks like Blitzcrank might actually escape with his speed boost, but Nasus is going to go ahead and tower dive. Blitzcrank is now slowed. Oh, he does go down. He does go down, but the Ziggs just took down Veigar, and Caitly was able to take down Elise. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Veigar kill, because he wasn't anywhere near. Oh. Ziggs is trying. Oh, that was close. Alright, what happened to Veigar? Okay, so Veigar was coming down. He is trying to get away from this Ziggs, and unfortunately he turned around. He's just trying to burst him now. Unfortunately for him, it did not end up happening. The Ziggs is actually really low, but we just saw what happened to that. We know he lived. There is his ulti. It does end up doing a lot of damage to the Varus there. Varus, I think, escaped this. No, the Caitly took him down. That's right. And then Nasus tried to take down the Ziggs, but unfortunately for him, it didn't work. So that one ended up definitely being in the purple team's favor, as the blue team lost 4 and got 1. And that one was, yet again, the support, who we just saw die, so we know he's worth less than he was before. Great team fight there for the purple team. It's hard to tell where this one's going. It looks like the blue team is definitely behind in gold and everything now. They've gotten a couple dragons that the purple team has not gotten, but the purple team's ahead in towers as well as kills. So as of right now, they are definitely ahead in gold, as you can see there. But we'll have to see. This is not by any means an insurmountable difference, and the blue team can still turn this around if the purple team messes up enough. Whole bunch of pings here on Dragon saying, do it. And I guess they're actually pinging on Skarner, saying, hey, get over here, you have smite. Looked like he wanted to go do raids, and they said, no, come smite it. Amusingly, he didn't even use smite anyway. So, the kill ends up going to Caitly, and he still has smite available. Interesting. I guess he wasn't in range or something. I really don't know. Normally you're going to see the jungler use smite on the dragon, just so it doesn't get stolen, but in this case, he did not do it. Blitzcrank's going around, warding up. I should probably think about doing more of that. Well, I don't know. I mean, at the level that I am, honestly, people don't ward. I've gotten oracles before and then gone across the entire map and found absolutely no wards, which is one of the most depressing things ever, you know? You spend 400 golds on something to get rid of wards, and then you go looking around and there are no wards at all. I mean, it's good in some ways, because it means that the enemy team doesn't have any vision. But still, I'd really like to recoup some of my losses. But unfortunately, people don't really go for it. That, and once I get oracles, I tend to die immediately. I don't know why. I think it's a curse. I am cursed. Alright, so Varus is going to go ahead and go back. The purple team is pushing, trying to take down this tower, and if the blue team doesn't watch out, they will. It looks like the blue team might actually be allowing it. There is... No, not yet. Purple team's getting a decent amount of harassing on it, but they're not going to be able to take it down quite yet. They're actually getting a decent amount of damage in on the blue team. The blue team doesn't have nearly the same amount of harass, so they are not able to really pull off the same amount of damage harassment as the purple team is, which is great for the purple team. They've got a very harass-heavy group. They've got Ziggs who can harass, they've got Caitly who can harass from a distance, and they've got the Jayce there who can just keep shooting his blast out just like that, chunking people's health. And there's really nothing similar for the blue team outside of Varus's Q, but honestly, I don't think that's nearly enough, and you usually want to save that for times that you've got stacks on them. Yep, more harass coming down. Kha'Zix did end up going back, so he's coming back at full health. I guess the blue team is actually just going to go ahead and cycle through the people. They doing a little bit of damage yet again, going in on that tower. The ulti came in from Ziggs, so it did end up pushing the blue team back. So now the blue team is going to have to fall back to this tower because this tower is indeed gone. And now the purple team did accomplish their goal, so they're going to go ahead and fall back. Ward here just to watch to see if the enemy is coming. Blitzcrank is warding up the jungle as well, warding up this Baron. Does not want the blue team sneaking a Baron. Good idea, and Caitlin's just going to go ahead and come on over here and farm. They've got plenty of time. They did get their little bit of a bonus there, and now they can go ahead, fall back, regroup, buy things, etc. Always a good idea to go ahead and do that once you get a tower. Unless, you know, unless the enemy team has all their people down, there's no real reason to stick around and possibly end up dying, which would then give massive bonus to the enemy team. Oh, Ziggs actually is getting caught out here. He tried to take down that Varus, but he did not end up taking down the Varus because of Varus's barrier. So he does end up going down to the Varus with that Q that we mentioned earlier. Not bad on Varus's part. That barrier just completely saved his life. And now there's a ping on Baron. Let's see, does Elise have a pink ward? Elise does not have a pink ward. So if they do go in on Baron, the purple team will know about it. But I don't think they're actually going to go ahead and do it. Purple team looks like is converging this way somewhat. Actually just going... I don't know what's going on here with Blitzcrank. Okay, he's just warding up. Always a good idea. I like to put my wards here as well. Keeps an eye on where the enemy is. I don't usually place one here. Maybe I should. I don't know. I only have so many wards, you know? I tend to have them spread across all through here, though, so... I like to keep where they are on both sides of the jungle. Always a good thing to know. Veigar is coming top. He was picked up by that ward, though, and Jayce is actually coming in on him. Oh, he goes ahead and places a ward there, which does pick up the Veigar. Blitzcrank was coming up to help, but Veigar just goes ahead and places a ward here and falls back. Not going to get anything. There's a ping from the purple team on that blue buff. Not sure what's going on there. They may be saying, let's go ahead and steal it, as it is still there. Neither team has cleared it quite yet. Ah, the Blitzcrank just went ahead and pulled that blue buff over. Okay, he did actually get forced to fall back, so now the purple team, the blue team is going in on this blue buff. I don't know if anybody's going to get it. There's actually a pretty heavy contest here. So it looks like it is going to go to the blue team. It does go to the blue team. The Skarner got a little bit caught out there, but it is Skarner who's a tank. The Ziggs ulti came in. Nasus is going in on this Caitly. He does end up going down to the Caitly. Kha'Zix was able to take down the Skarner. Caitlyn took down Elise. There's the Blitzcrank pull trying to land on somebody, but it doesn't end up happening. Veigar gets the Caitly and flashes over the wall to safety. Very nice flash there. I think he's going to escape this. Yeah. Unless the Jayce can catch him, which is possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, Veigar's actually going in on him. Yeah, he can't take him. Unfortunately for him, he does end up dying, but he's going to take down the... Oh, he doesn't take down the Jayce. Does Jayce have cleanse or something? Jayce. Jayce doesn't have cleanse. I'm not sure how he got rid of the ignite because it seemed like it was just placed there. But I guess not. Somehow he survived that, and Veigar did not get the kill even though he was hoping he would. So it was a good attempt by the Veigar, but unfortunately for him, the Jayce was able to pull off survival. Sorry, Veigar. Alrighty. So everybody's just kind of regrouping here, farming up jungles, etc. Fairly common occurrence after team fights. Teams just go ahead and regroup. Nobody has Baron warded at the moment, although the blue team has their jungle towards Baron warded. If the purple team does decide to go in on Baron, they would not know, and if the blue team goes in on Baron, the purple team would not know. Lots of pings here, probably on this Varus. No, actually, they were purple pings. So they were saying, hey, you guys fall back, interestingly enough. Skarner sees the Varus there. They see the Skarner because of that ward. And now, I don't really know what's going on. Oh, there is a trap there. Had it not been for that trap, they actually were probably going to go ahead and go in on this dragon. But the trap picked up by Veigar there allowed the purple team to see it, so they are going to go ahead and fall back. Now they're pushing mid to some extent. Caitlyn's going in on this dragon. It is picked up by this ward though, so if the blue team reacts at all, they'll be able to come down here and attack her. But I think she's going to go ahead and get this dragon with no problem. She does steal it. Varus is coming in on her. I don't think he's going to be able to catch her. No, she does punt herself over that wall. The Blitzcrank pulls the Varus over. The Varus is actually going to go down to the ulti from Caitly as he got grabbed by the Skarner, so he had nothing he could do about it. Veigar is going down as well, and now the blue team is on the run as they only have 2 members of their team left alive. They thought they were going to be able to contest. They didn't move over quite fast enough, I think, and unfortunately for them, that really kind of messed them over. Kha'Zix goes down again to Jayce, and now the purple team is going to go ahead and go in on this Baron. There's nothing that a single solitary support Elise is going to be able to do to prevent this, so this is definitely going to go down to the purple team. Jayce was just pushing the mid so that once they do have Baron, they can easily just come back up here and go ahead and push. There we go. There is the dragon kill, a Baron kill for the purple team. They've recently been getting pretty much all the global objectives. The blue team has really fallen off on that. They still have decent ward coverage, not great, but decent. But they're not able to get any global objectives. They still only have 1 tower down. So that's a large part of why they are so far behind in gold. They are now a little bit over 10k behind, which is a really big difference. And honestly, that is the kind of difference that is ridiculously hard to come back from, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it. I have a feeling this game is going to go to the purple team, but again, it is League, and there are times that things just turn around very suddenly. Veigar just came out a little overextended there. He did get caught there. He does end up going, or Ziggs, sorry, not Veigar. Ziggs went down to the Veigar. Jayce was able to take down that Kha'Zix though, and now the rest of the purple team is coming in, except for Caitly, who's still pretty far behind. There is the Varus ulti there. You're going to go ahead and lock down multiple members. The Nasus goes down to the Blitzcrank, and now the blue team is on the run again. They're going to try to take down this Skarner. They do take down Skarner. Elise goes down to Caitly. Now Jayce takes down the Varus, and the Veigar goes down to the Caitly ulti. So that was an ace. And now Jayce does a little dance. Or a laugh. I'm not sure what it was. Looked like a dance, but I'm pretty sure it was a laugh. So they're going to go ahead and push here. Blue team thought they had their opportunity, but unfortunately they were not quite able to pull it off. Come on, guys, hit it. There you go. Okay, so they're going to go take this inhibitor. The Kha'Zix is up, but they're not really scared of Kha'Zix, but it looks like they are going to go ahead and fall back anyway. I think a large part of what happened in that last little battle is the fact that the purple team does have that Baron buff. Fighting when the enemy has Baron buff is not always the best idea. Blitzcrank does go ahead and land the pull there on the blue buff. I guess Skarner's... not Skarner. Jayce is going to go ahead and come in and get it. Yeah. Now, there's wolves. Caitly does go ahead and grab the wolves. Blue team knows that that happened. Their ward did pick it up. And now, oddly, the blue team is pinging Baron. No, I really don't know what they're pinging, because they're pinging slightly ahead of Baron. They're pinging like right here. And I have no idea why. But now Nasus just got slowed there by the Jayce. He's trying to get out now. Lots of pings going in. The Kha'Zix came in. Going to go ahead and go in on that Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank does have flash, though, so he can escape if need be. But now the rest of the purple team was coming in, and they were able to take down that Nasus. Those guys really overstayed their welcome. All those pings, I'm not sure if they were go in or fall back. It sounded, I think, like the go in ping. So for some reason, they really wanted them to go in. Oh no, Veigar is way out of position here. He's going to go down to the Caitly ulti. He tried to take down that Jayce, did not end up happening. He ended up throwing his life away for nothing. Ziggs just took down Kha'Zix. Where was that? Okay. I want to see what happened to Kha'Zix here. Kha'Zix did fly away, we know that. I'm going to go ahead and follow him and see exactly how he died to that Ziggs. There's his ulti. What happens? Okay, so he comes this way, which is not the best of ideas, but he probably thought, oh, he actually went in on the Ziggs, and Ziggs just said, nope. Wow. Yeah, Kha'Zix is definitely far enough behind that he's not able to do anything. Normally he's a really good assassin, but if he does get shut down like he did top, it's pretty much over for him. And you got to keep in mind that Ziggs is currently 759. So Ziggs is very fed and was definitely able to overcome anything that Kha'Zix could throw at him. And Kha'Zix just completely melted to him because of it.
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh no! Skarner just DC'd, and that is terrible news for the purple team. They were winning, and now their guy just DC'd. Hopefully they can still come back. Hopefully he could come back. They might end up being able to win this as a 4 versus 5 if they are able to close things off soon. The blue team seems to like overextending, as you see here. And Nasus could take a lot of damage here. I don't think he'll die, obviously, but he does end up he's going to take a lot of damage. He may actually end up dying now because the Jayce was able to punch him. No, there's the ghost. So he is going to go ahead and live. Veigar came in to help as well, but the Blitzcrank is here to fight against him. Now the rest of the blue team's coming over. Purple team needs to watch out. The Caitly is going in on that Varus down there. I'll have to take a look at that in a moment. I want to see what happened down there. Neither one of them died, oddly. But Jayce actually just went down to that Veigar. The Blitzcrank is now trying to get away. I think he'll be able to do it because he does have a speed boost. Oh, he actually just baited them into Ziggs. There is the Ziggs ulti. Gonna land. It does end up hitting that Veigar really hard. And, yeah, Veigar's gonna die. Oh, he does actually... he goes down to minions. Alright, there is the reconnect. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these two. Slightly farther back. Okay, here we go. So Caitly came in on the Varus. Both going in on each other. Varus knows that he can't do anything. He goes ahead and ults and flashes out. There's the cleanse from Caitly, but it's not quite enough. So yeah, they both end up going back out. I do like this bait here from the Blitzcrank. Come and get me, come and get me, come and get me. He knows that Ziggs is coming, so he goes ahead, goes into this bush, kites all of their CC, so they had nothing. And then Ziggs came in and just completely destroyed that Elise. There is his ulti again. And then, this is amazing as well. Veigar's like, I'm gonna escape, and then the minions are like, nope. Alright, so again, this is with the Skarner reconnecting, which is great news for the purple team. And now Caitlin's going to go ahead and fall back. She did land her net there on the Kha'Zix, so she was not gotten by him. Did slow him down enough that she was able to escape. And there's her trap that landed on the Nasus. So she is going to escape again. And she's just going to go ahead and go in on Dragon. She knows she's safe. And Dragon's taking a lot of damage, and down it goes. She just soloed that, and now they want to go in on this Varus. Varus is going to go ahead and go back in this bush, but if Caitlyn is able to get into this bush... Oh, she is! She used her trap to see him. So yeah, he's definitely gone now. Goodbye, Varus. That trap was actually a really good idea. One thing about it, it always gives vision. So putting that trap in there means she didn't have to walk into the bush beforehand and was able to go in on him as soon as she saw him. So this tower's going to go down. Blue team looks like is grouping down here to defend this tower, and the purple team has no minions here, so I don't think they're going to be able to go in on this tower unless they actually have somebody tanking it. But Ziggs is actually going in on the top tower while the entire living blue team is going and defending down here. The Veigar goes down to the Caitlyn. The Ziggs took down that tower up top. Elise is now trying to get out of here. She did get popped up by the Blitzcrank. I don't think she's going to go down. She's getting really low, but the Caitlyn does not have her ulti, so I don't think she's going to die. The Nasus slow there actually did a lot of damage to the Caitlyn because of the tower. She was tanking the tower, and he was able to do a lot of damage to it. But there is another tower killed to the Ziggs, but Varus came in, landed his ulti, and is probably going to take down the Ziggs. Maybe. Another kill down bottom. And yeah, Varus does take down that Ziggs, and now he's just life-stealing his way back up. The Nasus was out of position down here, though. Him and Elise decided to try going in on these three. It did not end up happening, so down goes the Nasus. Purple team is now going in on this inhibitor. Kha'Zix came in to try to defend against it, but he wasn't able to do too much. And there is the pull on Elise. She does use her ability to pop up, and she does escape this. Very nice on her part. Veigar just came in and bursted down that Jayce, but now Jayce is going in on him, and Jayce did take him down big time. Kha'Zix is going in. Kha'Zix goes down as well to the Jayce. Now the Elise is going in on this Skarner, but Elise is support and not really able to do nearly as much damage as she would hope. And now there is only Elise and Varus left remaining for the blue team. Purple team looks like they're going to go ahead and fall back. Nope, just kidding. They're just going to fake it. And Jayce is actually going to go down to the Varus. I have no idea why he decided to go in on that. Because I guess he thought he could burst him down, but I don't know. It just seems kind of unwise of him to go in on that when he was so very low. Maybe he didn't, maybe, the only thing I can think, maybe he forgot that he was that low or something. I don't know. But either way, it was not a good idea, and he did end up dying because of it. So there's another kill for Varus. Varus is getting pretty dangerous now. He's 7-6-3. Not bad at all. Not nearly as far ahead as Caitlyn. Caitlyn's 12-3-6. And it looks like she's actually fully built outside of a Furor enchant. Does she have the gold for that? She doesn't quite, but that's the only item she has left. There is the ping from the purple team on this Baron. Ziggs is going to go ahead and go in on it. Caitlyn's going to start DPSing from back here if she has vision. Yeah, there we go. She is going in on it. Ziggs needs to make sure that she has vision here. Lots of fallback pings on them. I don't know why, because the blue team has no idea what's happening here. So fallback was pretty silly, unless they were just... It might have been just a pride thing, because I did see something on, I believe, Reddit the other day about a Ziggs and a Caitlyn being able to solo Baron and how that's not fair and stuff. So I wonder if that was actually Ziggs and Caitlyn wanting to solo Baron just to show that they could do it too. And that might have been why there were so many fallback pings saying, "Go away, we can handle this ourselves." And that actually might have been what it was. I don't know. But now the purple team is pushing here. They're going to go ahead and take down this. Veigar actually got his stun off, but he didn't end up landing any abilities afterwards. So unfortunately for him, he didn't take anybody down. The Varus just got pulled by the Blitzcrank, but he did flash to get out of it. There is the Veigar stun again, nearly killing that Caitlyn. Caitlyn got really low, but she did not end up dying. Ziggs was able to take down the Veigar. There is the Caitlyn ulti. Nasus is coming out with his Home Guard enchant, and he's running that way.
has been destroyed.
I don't know what Nasus was thinking there. You saw Caitlyn running this way inside the base. I guess maybe she wasn't picked up, so he thought she ran the other way, but he's going to die for it. Skarner goes down, but there is the GG. That's the end. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the items here. Did Nasus die? Yes, he died just before the end. Sorry, Nasus. Alright, so we've got Jayce, who has 253 CS versus Kha'Zix with 229. Jayce is 929 versus 183 for Kha'Zix. Jayce has a Bloodthirster, Black Cleaver, Last Whisper, Muramana, Ionian Boots of Lucidity with the Home Guard enchant, and Giant's Belt. He's actually really close to fully built there. Kha'Zix has Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Ionian Boots of Lucidity with no enchant, Tear of the Goddess, Vampiric Scepter, and a Doran's Blade. He's actually pretty far from being fully built. The Ziggs has 280 CS versus 159. That is a huge difference there, Veigar. What happened? Well, that happened. Alright, so he's 11-6-11 versus 5-12-6. Ouch. The Ziggs has Rabadon's Death Cap, Raleig's Crystal Scepter, Seraph's Embrace, Abyssal Scepter, Needlessly Large Rod, and Sorcerer's Shoes versus Deathfire Grasp, of course, Seraph's Embrace, Ionian Boots of Lucidity with the Home Guard enchant, Blasting Wand, and an Amplifying Tome. Caitlyn is at 295 CS versus 310, not bad. Pretty close there. She is 13-3-6 versus 8-6-3. She has Infinity Edge, Blade of the Ruined King, Zephyr, Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper, and Berserker Squeeze. Again, that is the only thing that she has not finished there is her enchantment for her boots. The Varus has Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper, Berserker Squeeze, the Home Guard enchant, and then he had one more item to get. I'm not sure what that is for Varus. Usually a defensive item. Not sure exactly what. The Zephyr, by the way, is very good at this, getting out of... Oh, never mind. Skarner's on her team. I guess it might have been for Nasus so that his slow didn't get her. Anyway, Blitzcrank is at 19 CS versus Elise's 46. He is 3-3-17. That is the important number for support. She is 3-5-6, which means she was not there in a lot of the battles. Ouch. Well, on the other hand, I mean, there were only 20. So he has a Banshee's Veil, Shirelia's Reverie, Lock of the Iron Solari, Ruby Sightstone, Mercury's Treads, and a Vision Ward versus her with Sorcerer's Shoes with the Home Guard enchant, Ruby Sightstone, Kindle Gem, Doran's Shield, Cloth Armor, and a Sight Ward. Finally, we've got the junglers. Skarner has 118 CS versus 149 for Nasus. He is 3-6-20 versus 3-9-9. He was there for every single kill. Holy cow. He has 20 assists. And oh wait, no. Sorry, mixed that one up. He was there for all but 19 of the kills, so he was there for about half of them. He has Runic Bulwark, Sunfire Cape, Shirelia's Reverie, Mercury's Treads, Spirit Stone, and a Ruby Crystal versus Nasus, who has Spirit Visage, Spirit of the Ancient Golem, Lock of the Iron Solari, Mercury's Treads with the Home Guard enchant, and a Chain Vest. So that is the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.